After a really quiet start to the Jets' free agency period, Joe Douglas comes out swinging towards the back half of the day. The Jets have signed Corey Davis and Carl Lawson.
Jets, Jets, Jets!
Welcome to Jets Talk. My name's Ryan. I'll be your pilot today. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before, welcome back. I love having you here. All right, boys and girls, it was a very slow start to the Jets free agency period, and we were going through the day and we're watching big name after big name fall. Tooney goes to the Chiefs, Lindsley goes to the Chargers out west, and Joe Douglas signs Jarrad Davis. And Jet fans are like, what's going on? We have so much cap space and we're signing this no-name middle linebacker from Detroit. At least that was my initial thought. I was I was a little frustrated with, just playing with the camera right there. I was a little frustrated with that. And then we hear rumors that C.J. Mosley could potentially be on the move. And then it started making sense. Because 1 year, $7 million for Jarrad Davis. It feels more than backup money to me. I think you're hedging your bets on Mosley. I think it's a smart move. Now, what do you get for CJ? I don't know. I still think it's probably hard to believe that someone's actually going to trade for him with that contract. But a guy can hope. I would say a third-round pick is probably my tipping point on where I'd want to trade CJ versus keep CJ. And I have no love for CJ at all. I think he bailed out on the Jets last year. I can understand you not wanting to play for Adam Gase, but come on, dude. You got to help us out a little bit. But you might get us our franchise quarterback because you didn't, play. So maybe that's possibly a benefit here. Whatever. Jarrad Davis, first signing for the Jets at 1 year, $7 million. Then, just before we go live, I had this whole video edited. I'm uploading it, and don't worry, keep your heads cool. And then Corey Davis gets signed, and I'm like, I could throw that video out. What the heck? I'm all excited for Corey Davis. This was a player on my F, Marry, Kill series that I really, really liked. It came away really impressed with him. He was the 5th overall pick in the 2017 draft, and he had a very disappointing start to his career, and the Jets wind up getting him for 3 years, $37.5 million. He was the 10th ranked player at wide receiver by Pro Football Focus with a grade of 85.3. He had 65 receptions, 984 yards, and 5 touchdowns, and you got to think that is in a primarily run-heavy offense with Derrick Henry down there. So could he potentially get more looks this way if we have maybe a little more pass-happy offense? I like it. I think this is a number 1 wide receiver signing. I think he pairs very well with Denzel Mims. And then you have Crowder as your number 3. Now, as of recording this video, Curtis Samuel has not signed, so I guess there's still a lot of fans that want to sign him. If you get Samuel and then you cut Crowder, I guess you do that. Juju's still available as of me recording this video as well. If our wide receiver options are Davis, Mims, Crowder, or Davis, Mims, Juju, or Davis, Mims, Samuel, whatever the 3 is, I like that a lot. I'm a big fan of this move. I think it's a good signing. Was it $12.5 million a year? You don't break the bank. I think it keeps your wide receiving core at a relatively low cost overall. So I think this is an ascending player. He's 26 years old. I'm on board with this. You should be very, very hyped on this if you're a Jet fan. And then, just like an hour ago, 2 hours ago, whatever it was now at this point, but oh man, we were live doing the Talking Jets thing with me, O'Leary, and Green Bean, and Matt starts going bananas. Banana land over there. And he's just like, the Jets signed Carl Lawson. The arms go flying. This is exciting. The Jets haven't had an edge rusher for a very long time, and a lot of Jet fans are going to look at the stats, and they're going to say, hey, he doesn't have a lot of sacks. Why didn't we get Hendrickson? The money was ish comparable. But don't look at the sacks. Look at the pressure. Just look at how good Lawson is. So he's 6'2", 265 pounds. He was a 4th-round pick in 2017 out of Auburn. He had 20 sacks in the last 4 years, but this was the first time he was really a 3-down player this past year. He had 38 pressures from the defensive end spot. That was number 1 in the league. He had the 3rd fastest get-off rate, which sounds incredibly dirty, but apparently that's a good thing because he only trailed behind TJ Watt and Bud Dupree. So I could get on board with this. You're telling me we're getting an edge rusher for the first time in a long time? And actually, if you guys haven't watched, Michael Nania, go over to his Twitter. He's got a ton of clips of Lawson just putting some moves on guys where he doesn't get a sack, but he generates a positive play for the defense. So it could be, pushing the tackle back into the quarterback, creates an incompletion, creates an interception. It's huge. You don't always have to get a sack to have a positive play at the position. And I think Lawson is one of those just really, really nice little cherries on top. I'm going to go to bed sleeping real nice and happy tonight. Lawson gets a 3-year, $45 million contract. That's good enough to make him the 17th highest paid edge rusher in the NFL. So you're going back to this and you're saying, okay, Joe Douglas, you didn't get the big fish, but you got a really attractive edge rusher for not a crazy ton of money. You got a really attractive wide receiver with a huge upside that's trending in the right direction for not a ton of money. And you got, I guess, a middle linebacker, which is not the most exciting, but still kind of cool. So regardless, day one of free agency, overall, I'll give it a B+. The only reason I say it's not an A is because I really wanted Tooney. But for the money, I don't think he was coming here. I'm very happy with how this free agency is starting to shape up. Now you're looking at some guys left on the board for the next few days. You're going to hear a little bit about the San Francisco cornerbacks. I think we could bring in one of them. Sherman's going to be the hot name that a lot of people are going to be talking about. Try to bring that culture in over to here. I do think edge rusher is still a possibility. I think you could see us bring in another player of a lower, maybe cheaper caliber there, or maybe we just look towards the draft. How does free agency right now impact our draft? This is like probably where my head's spinning a little bit more. I know there's still time in free agency to get more, but I would say guard has become more of a pressing need in the draft at this point, and I might slide edge rusher around down in my mind in terms of importance and whatnot. But overall, I really like what happened today. Moving forward, cornerback, running back, those are like the two positions I think I would like the Jets to go after. I don't really want tight end. I'm not super high on paying a ton of money there. But the Jets are going to be able to fill out a lot of spots here. So keep an eye out. We're going to be going live tomorrow. What time is that? 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock for the Talking Jets panel. And then Wednesday, we'll be going live as well. It'll be me, Richie, and Green Bean doing it on Wednesday. So make sure you tune into that, guys. Let me know what you're thinking of down below in the comments. Are you excited for Carl Lawson? Are you excited for Corey Davis? Are you excited for Jarrad Davis? Hey, teach their own. I'm excited. I think you guys should be too. Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, go Jets.
Jets!